What's up, everybody? My name is Tam, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Make sure that you subscribe because if you don't, you may never find my channel again because my channel is difficult to find because of the keywords that I use. So make sure you subscribe. And today we're going to talk about something that's a little controversial. You might find what I'm about to say shocking. You may even disagree with me. But if you look at the thumbnail, I say something like why BPD and NPD, narcissistic personality disorder, relationships work. I'm not talking about putting these two personality disorders in a household together and making them work. I am not recommending that. However, sometimes that combination can work better than what you expect. Probably more times than not, you are looking at disaster, but there are situations in which these relationships can work. So when I created the idea for the video, I wasn't thinking about these two being together per se. I was talking about your average Joe being with a borderline personality disorder and your average Joe being married to somebody with narcissistic personality disorder. Now, I would not recommend this because even though they may have periods of success, there could also be periods of extreme turbulence and chaos, and the way that they're trying to raise your children can be problematic, and their faulty thinking and unique ways of thinking and doing things can be very destructive and really ruin somebody's life. So I am not saying that I recommend this, but there are different levels of these disorders. If you were to put it on a scale from 1 to 10, you're going to have your extreme dysfunction, and then you're going to have people who are highly functional with these personality disorders, and they have learned coping skills, and it's not as intense, or they may have one area that's bad versus 10 areas that are really bad, or they grew up in a situation where somebody was able to correct a lot of the damage, or they got into therapy at an early age, and so you only see hints and pieces of it. But there is a reason why I say, shockingly, that a relationship can actually be successful if you are married to someone with these personality disorders. And I'm going to explore with you why. Like, I'm almost pinching myself like, oh my God, like if I don't say this the right way, it could cause somebody to get into something that they shouldn't. If you detect that somebody has this disorder, then definitely run. I would not recommend that. No shade to the people that have the disorder. Being with somebody with a personality disorder can work. Okay, so here's one reason why. What is a romantic relationship? It is defined as those characterized by feelings of love and attraction for another person. While romantic love can vary, it often involves feelings of infatuation, intimacy, and commitment. So you have all those ingredients in somebody with a personality disorder. These people can be very charming. They can reel people in with their uniqueness and the way that they do things. Borderlines can love extremely hard. If you talk to any borderline, most of them are going to tell you that they love hard, even though some people will say, oh, well, they don't have a conscience for people. They don't really care about people. I disagree with that. I think they can love intensely. They can love too hard. What are people looking for in a romantic relationship? They want to feel extremely loved, extremely liked, extremely wanted, extremely cared for. And a borderline can make you feel intensely loved and wanted and cherished. You are my favorite person. They always have a favorite person. So, I mean, they're going to lavish you with intense affection. So if you like intensity, and also if you've had a family member with that, you may be more attracted to the traits that come with BPD. At least in the beginning phases of love, people are all over each other. They can't get enough hugs. They can't get enough kisses. They're all over each other. So BPD can work very well in that type of situation. It's just, are they going to go into rages later, or tantrums, or too much paranoia because you are leaving me or abandoning me to go to the grocery store type things? If they can control some of that, it can actually work. Think about it. When you are in a relationship, two healthy people, there is an attachment where they can start to act like borderlines. The issue with borderlines is they can go into extreme behavior, acting out with everyone, including their romantic relationships. They can take it to a level that's way too much. However, if they're high functioning, it could be very similar to the romantic feelings that we feel when we don't have borderline personality disorder, where, why didn't you call me? You don't have to have BPD to do that in a romantic relationship. Why aren't you texting me every day? Why aren't you taking me out? Why didn't you come to see me? Why did you skip a day without talking to me? Where are you going? You're talking to that woman. I saw you checking out that man. You're looking at. So there's some level of jealousy and envy that can be in a normal, healthy relationships where you become territorial. This is my special person. You are intimate with each other. That intensifies. We're all more sensitive when it comes to love and romantic relationships. We can get angrier. We can fight. We can become more defensive. My feelings were hurt. So you see why a borderline could look just like, we can go into some borderline traits when it comes to romantic love, and they can look like your typical average, intense, romantic love situation. So that's why I say there are people who are with borderlines and they don't even know it, because of the way that we behave when it comes to relationships. Intimate relationships, how is that defined? An intimate relationship is defined as an interpersonal relationship that involves physical or emotional intimacy. Although an intimate relationship is commonly a sexual relationship, it may also be a non-sexual relationship involving family or friends, but we're talking about romance right now. Emotional intimacy is an essential aspect of a healthy relationship, and that is by Wikipedia. So let's look at narcissists. Narcissists who are high functioning, they can also be triggered into very dysfunctional, mean, cruel, horrible behavior, manipulation. They can just be horrible to be around. However, they can also, we can take a page from them sometimes, honestly. In the beginning, at least, they can bring the flowers and the chocolates and the romance, and I bought you some jewelry. And we can all be in a romantic relationship with an average person who romances you with flowers and chocolates and jewelry, and let's go somewhere together. Let's take a trip together. Let's hold hands. Narcissists can pour on the charm. A high functioning narcissist can be taught how to behave in a more appropriate manner. They can have successful relationships with people who are not narcissists. Now, there might be moments where they are mean and cruel. I've seen normal people who are besties and friends with narcissists, and they just laugh, ha 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 ha, because they like that sarcastic humor. And the narcissist gets fed because you like my humor and the things you're saying are funny. I have narcissists as friends, And I've also had BPDs as friends. So I'm not recommending it, but sometimes it happens and it works. It works okay. Like you teach each other how to treat you. We all do that. And so if the narcissist can be taught some things like, you know what? I don't like that. You can't talk to me like that in front of other people. One-on-one, a lot of times or sometimes narcissists can be okay. They can be very respectful. They can be lovely. They can be easy to talk to. They can respect and learn the boundaries and the rules of friendships, relationships. They can be kind to the person that they really, really love and reserve that little annoying place of I'm decimating you or whatever. They can mostly follow the rules and have a positive, good relationship. Let's take a trip together. I baked you some cookies. Sometimes a narcissist, even though we say they don't have a consciousness, they can learn what's okay and what's not. And they may gift you as an apology. I've had that before where they suddenly bake you some cookies or they buy you a piece of jewelry or a little treat to try to make up. At least they are recognizing that they've done something wrong and they're trying to fix it. That is high functioning narcissism. So they can follow some rules in a relationship and learn how to get along, to be compatible, because they want that relationship. They want to be in a relationship and connect just like anybody else so they can be trained. You know what? You're being a little bit too mean.
Like, if you want me to stick around, you got to cut that ish out, like, for real, or I'm bouncing.
They can be taught, and then you can have a pretty decent, happy relationship. And I know some people are going to disagree with me. Please do so in the comments. I am ready for you. Just joking. We always want to use some tact, all of us. So use some tact and tell me why you disagree with me or agree with me. And if you're struggling in a narcissistic relationship, check out both of my books because they're going to help you. I wrote a book called Flip the Script on Love about getting to the romantic relationship that you want. If you're a narcissist or a borderline, check out that book because it's going to help you to get to a more healthy space. And check out my book, The Workplace NaRCISSiST, about our narcissistic friends and how it will help you to get along with people that you can't escape from better. So I'll put the link in the description box and I'll see you, my amazing friends. Make sure you like this video. I'm here to help people, period. Okay? So like it so that the algorithm works better. And I'll see you on the next video. Bye, my friends.